everybody, good night. This is Julio Rodriguez with Citrix TV here at Synergy Barcelona 2011. And we are here with Jerome Reed, who is going to provide us with a demo of Citrix Tools as a Service.
So Citrix Tools as a Service is available in beta for Zen Server and NetScaler from this week in Synergy. You just need to go to TaaS.citrix.com and provide your MyCitrix credentials, and you have access to the system. The first thing you'll want to do is to take a status report from your Zen Server environment or a show tech support file from your NetScaler and upload it into the service. We have now provided a full upload solution, and here you can either use a support case if you've got a support reference already, or even if you don't have a support case, you just click here and select the product that you're uploading the data for. Let's say it's a Zen Server status report. You can now tag the data with some description so you can find your data later in the system and upload. I won't do an upload here. We have some already uploaded into the system. You can see we have an example Zen Server, for instance. When the system gets the status report, it runs an analysis engine. And we have all of the various knowledge from Citrix Technical Support captured in plugins in that analysis engine. And this enables us to identify potential issues in your environment, either critical problems, maybe best practice advice, maybe misconfigurations, or maybe just some information about the product. Maybe it's coming to end of life and we want to let you know that. So
you are able to advise customers on how to use the product best or how to configure best the product proactively before even they run into problems.
That's correct.
Excellent.
And we collect all that knowledge from all the Citrix Technical Support people, from our consultants, from our SEs, and we capture them in plugins. And even end users of the product can submit plugins, and there's a community that can contribute. So taking the Zen Server example here, we can see that 6 issues were detected in the status report that was uploaded. We can click here, and it brings us into a view of the pool here, which had 2 hosts in it. You can see a master and a slave. 4 issues were detected for the slave, and if we drill into the analysis results, it will give us a deeper view of what we've discovered during the analysis phase.
So this is fantastic. So as a user, I go ahead, I upload my data, and this tells me proactively how I need to improve my configuration for the system so I don't run into critical issues.
That's correct.
Fantastic.
Here you can see on the first screen we give some very high-level overview information, which already could be valuable in terms of giving you some indication of potential issues. You can see the host memory usage here, for example. This looks like a pretty healthy situation. We have a 52% usage or 40% free memory here. But you could imagine a situation where this graph would already give you some indications of problems. And here you can see the hardware that's in the system. You can see some key information about the file systems that's used and how long your system has been up. But I think the really key tab here is the diagnostics report. So by clicking on the diagnostics report, you can see what we've discovered during the analysis phase. For example, in this case, we identified that this customer, this user, was not doing metadata backup, and there are risks there. If you lose your if your host crashes, it'll be very difficult to recover your virtual machines. So our advice is that you would run the XE backup metadata command, and we provide those recommendations right here on the screen. Or more critically here, we have a hotfix that's missing. And you can see in our recommendations, we give a link straight to our Knowledge Center. And you can click right through to the Knowledge Center article, and you get all the information about that hotfix, when you should apply it, and what actual problems it resolves. So in addition to giving this diagnostic report, we also allow you to take the data that you've uploaded, and if you want to explore that data without having maybe all the skills that a troubleshooting engineer might have around Zappy, we allow you to just go to a Zappy tree here and drill down into the configuration of your system. So here we can see the pool, which has the 2 hosts, and we can look at the VMs on this host, and there's a list of all the VMs. And we can look at the management interface, for example, and it immediately gives you information about what the IP is and what the IP configuration mode. So data like this is quite difficult. You probably need to have knowledge of Zappy and the XE command, and to navigate here it would be difficult for a non-expert user. So this is a way of getting to the data that you've uploaded so that you can do your own analysis or diagnostics.
So not only provide proactive advice on how to improve your implementation, but it also allows you to understand data that otherwise you wouldn't be able to understand.
That's correct. So it simplifies the view into the data that allows you to bring your own diagnosis further along. And we have then a whole plugin architecture which allows us to dynamically update our information in this system. So you may upload a status report today, and maybe Citrix discovers a new issue in 2 or 3 weeks. You come back into the system, and already we'll identify that against the original upload that you made.
How about if I discover that new issue versus Citrix? Can I write my own plugins and implement it here?
Yes. So we have a community here, and you can go here to the TaaS for Zen Server plugins, for example. And from here, you can start to create a new plugin of your own. And when you create a plugin, we give you a sandbox environment that you can test it in. And when you're satisfied that you've coded it correctly to detect the issue that you want to detect, you can submit it to Citrix, and it will become part of the wider community knowledge. And to write a plugin, if you have some scripting skills, we will support all of the bash scripts. Anything with a hash bang you can use, or you can write it in Python if you've got Python knowledge, or perhaps it's just a pattern you want to match in your log files. If it's as simple as that, you don't need any coding skills, and you can submit a plugin with just a simple pattern match in a log file.
Perfect. Absolutely impressive. Thank you for all that information, Jerome. This is Citrix Tools as a Service. Thank you.